We There's nothing etched in stone here. We can adjust them, subtract from them, add to them, change them a little, tweak them, I guess is the right word there. All right. Whatever it is, they're there for a guide, is for the day, give us kind of some areas of targets and something to look for when they get to a place where we feel that there's an inflection area, and give us an opportunity to trade. It's very hard sometimes to trade when when the numbers on your screen are flickering back and forth and you feel like you got to do something, but you don't. So let's wait for for the market to give us something to trade, and then we can trade around it, off of it, with it, whatever the situation may be, depending on the price action. So once we have our levels as a guide, and then once the market paints some bars, we have other opportunities with price action opportunities. So it's the combination of everything here gives us the ability to find some trades for us to get ourselves into a knot. All right, so that's a little brief overview of what we do here. It is a holiday weekend. It's Monday in the United States. They are not going to be trading in honor or in respect of Memorial Day. And so consequently, the markets are going to be closed in the United States. And we going to have that after or before effect, which probably means today and tomorrow. I would venture to say, unless something's really going to happen, not much is going to happen. I mean, we need something dramatic to happen. I don't know if it will or won't, but for it to be a news-making event, for us to make a move, but you never know, right? We never know. We just assume that things might be a little bit slower, especially tomorrow afternoon, right? Maybe we get a little business in the morning. I don't know, but we just put the word out there. You have to be careful. We did have durable goods come out this morning. We had a little bit of a spike there. You can see in the numbers in the S&Ps when they did come out. Jobless claims also came out, so that kind of created a little extra volatility there. But once it absorbed the volatility, you can see the market kind of rallied here a little bit. So we'll see what the day brings. Again, welcome to some of the new folks that are here. We are trading mini S&Ps. We're trying to scalp the market, looking for the best opportunities to find some areas of inflection that the market can create for us. And that's what we are trying to do here. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask. And again, we have to wait for the opportunities to present themselves. Sometimes we get many. We're looking again for about, on average, 4 to 5 trades during the course of a day. Obviously, sometimes we will trade more, sometimes we will trade less. It all depends on how much activity there is in any given day. And that's where we're at here. All right there, Vin. Thank you. All right, the market is just kind of hanging up here on their highs. If we can repeat the levels in the chat box area, appreciate it. Those are the levels that are imprinted there for us. I'm going to use those as a guide for the day. All right. Thanks, Mark. How's Mickey? Where's my picture? I didn't get any pictures. Not one picture. I was waiting all night for it. Mickey? She? Oh. Now you hit a nerve. She cute, isn't she? It's amazing how she hasn't changed in like 50 years. All right, we're just kind of hanging up here on the highs. We have 10 as some resistance. Let's see if we have, I don't think we have any reports coming out. We had a few of them already come out this morning. So that's, I don't think it's going to be an issue here. Let's see. Well, no, that's not true. I take it back. Pending home sales is coming out here at the top of the hour. But we did have durable goods and initial claims and GDP come out this morning. And that's why the market got a little bit jumpy early on. And again, maybe I have to find out what those numbers were, but the market's kind of reacting obviously positively towards them. But we'll see what happens. So we do have pending home sales coming out here at the top of the hour at in about I don't know, 22 minutes or so. So we'll see what that brings us to. Again, the VIX very 17 handle and going lower every day we talk. So again, VIX is lower, gives us low opportunity here. Not many, but again, we are going to have to be patient a little. Nothing wrong with being patient a little. The reputation of black gold got more tarnished yesterday as a trifecta of trouble hit the oil industry. While environmental groups and activists, investors have stepped up the pressure in recent years to address the concerns about climate change and fossil fuels. Some of those historic defeats are being looked at as a watershed moment that will shift the oil and gas landscape. Shareholders, investors, investment giants, and lawmakers are increasingly raising their voices about the sustainable future, while some even see the transition a way to secure future profits given changing trends and ESG world. Yeah, whatever that means, ESG. Anyway, so it's Exxon Activist Hedge Fund engine number one won at least 2 broad seats on the company's board yesterday, which will force it to confront growing concerns about climate action. While it's still too soon to gauge what green-tinged members will do, fundamentally, it will. It was a blow to the oil majors, and shows that their shareholders are no longer buying the permanent future in the oil and gas arena. As the market continues to uptick here, got a little resistance. Excuse me, at the 9 area. No, 10. I'm right. That's right the first time. A little resistance up here at 10. See what it wants to do up here. Stop at 9.25, I guess is what it wanted to do. All right, well, we'll see what's going on, depending on how you scaled in. Maybe some of you are in at 9, maybe some of you are trying to get 9.5. Obviously, we didn't get 9.5, but you're working the 9 if you did. Again, everybody scales in a little bit differently, right? So not everybody trades the same. How you scale in around a level is important to your individual risk tolerance, right? That's an important factor here. As if you did get in at 9 there, you're getting paid off here very nicely, exceptionally nicely. All right. Well, I guess unfortunately, if you were going a half point above and below, kind of just missed out on that. But definitely, if you got in at 9, you're getting paid off here very nicely here, at least 3 points. So I would have to say that the 10 area kind of worked, even though we missed it by, well, some of you missed it by just one little tick. So if you did that, then just be careful up there around the 10 area now. That's the crappy part about trading. If you put in your order at 9.5 and gets up to 9.25, this is not so bad. The worst part is when you have your exit strategy and you miss it by a point, and then all of a sudden you lost all your profit. That's got to be a worse feeling, right? Because you're just waiting to get out, and then all of a sudden it just reverses. And you had your winner, turns into a loser. That's worse. But hey, like I said, always could be something worse. I'm just saying. So if you just missed out on the 9.25 there, or if you didn't put in a 9, then just adjust here a little bit on the 10 or cancel it altogether, depending on how much risk you are willing to take. But remember, we have a number coming out here at the top of the hour, so in about 15 minutes or so. Fed policy debate, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Stock futures are pointing slightly lower this morning, and not so much anymore, keeping up with the trend seen this week of tepid gains and losses. The NASDAQ are off a little bit this morning. The S&Ps are also down, but they're not anymore. Again, this is a run written early. The wavering of equities this week came as fears over runaway inflation eased, but the Fed taper talk picked up pace, resulting in mixed sentiments on Wall Street. I mean, how long do they want them to keep this stuff, the show going, right? Good call there, Don. Economic data, there's no shortage of figures today that could spark the discussion over when monetary stimulus could begin to be scaled back. Durable goods numbers are scheduled to be released. Initial claims, so all these numbers are out. GDP, so all those numbers are all out. We'll see what it's going to take. Well, you can see it is obviously not as strong, maybe. Equity markets are quiet as investors continue to anticipate the Fed's next move. Low volatility and low trading volume are a frequent occurrence in the week leading into a holiday. Well, that's for sure. All right, as you can see here, our 10 level, even though depending on how you got in, it's a level, it's an area. I got up to 9.25 there, and we came off. So obviously that 10 area worked. Unfortunately, it didn't get to 10. Maybe you were able to scale in somehow and got in at 9. Maybe if you did a point scale above and below, I don't know. But if you did, then you did all right. If you missed it, then I would say that the 10's probably not going to be a good level anymore if you have just 10 straight up. Now support will be back, coming through our pivot here. Maybe if you're a little aggressive there, we have a little better support down at the 98.7 area. Even then our level below that is 94. So we have a couple areas underneath there. But if you're going to dip your toe against our pivot here, again, just keep your stop in. Yeah, we're just kind of hanging here around our pivot, trying to figure out what it wants to do. Again, better support would be back around, I said 97, 98, and or just wait for the 94 area, which is our first support level, anywhere in there. And again, looking for the 98, 97 area. If you did buy the 04 there, then you're given a chance here to get out. Anyway, we're looking for opportunities there and levels of inflection that the market might trade off of to give us a scalping opportunity. These opportunities are based on the levels that we've given out. We had 10 for some of the new folks that are coming in here. If you look at the chat box area, you'll see the levels that are imprinted there for us. These are levels we're going to use as a guide for the day. We can add, subtract from them, delete to them, adjust them, tweak them, whatever the situation may be. We got up to 9 1/4. So consequently, the 10 level technically worked. We had 10 and the market stopped at 9. But it obviously now becomes a lot more harder to trade that area because of the fact that we just missed our entry point by just that much. So I would look at the next resistance level would be up in 19 area. Support right now would be around 94 to 97, 96, 97 to 98, but then we have 94 being our first support level. So that area down below is a little support area. Again, remember, it's an area that we're talking about, not a specific number. I sure would love to get up to 10 and trade off, but unfortunately, it went only to 9 1/4 and traded off. So cannot be perfect. And that's why we scale in around the level. We look to have about 4 to 5 trades in the course of the day here, and sometimes we get more, sometimes we get less. It all depends on the volatility on any given day. Being that the VIX is down at 17, there's a lot less volatility in the market these days. So we have to definitely be patient and pick your spots, and then trade whatever the situation may be. and then go from there, and then wait for the next opportunity to present itself. We do have a number coming out here at the top of the hour in about 8 minutes or so. Pending home sales will be out. We'll see what that's going to offer the market, if it does anything, but we did have a slew of numbers already come out this morning, so that's probably why we are up here. All right, the market is just kind of hanging around our pivot area here. If you did buy our pivot area there, you get paid off as we did bounce off of it. We did get down to 2 and change there and then came back up. So again, trying to find levels of opportunity there to make a little bit of money. Just picking your spots. All right, market just kind of bouncing around here. We have a number coming out here in about 4 minutes. We'll see what that does to the market. It's been a quiet week, mainly because of, well, one reason, well, we are turning into summer. That's one reason. The other reason, obviously, is the Memorial Day weekend week prior, which is always a holiday week prior to a day off, creates people just either take off early for vacation or away, and so that obviously has a little of effect on the market. So I mean, some things don't change, you know. So that's still there. So we'll see what happens. I mean, again, the VIX is down really low, And the opportunities have to be, you got to pick your spots and be patient. That's all we can do here in these kind of markets. Anybody has any questions, comments? Just put them in the chat box area. I have that up and running. The number in about 2 minutes now. We'll see what that does to the market. Maybe it'll give us a little opportunity. It's kind of just hanging right around their pivot here, kind of neutral. Support, well, I'll probably look at the 94 now as some good support area. All right, so we're just kind of hanging here. We'll see what this number does to us. The number is going to come out momentarily. Maybe it gives us a little trading opportunity. Be careful there around the 10. Obviously, that's not a solid level anymore like it was the first time it got up there. So we'll see where the market takes us. Downside support will be back around the 94 is our first support level on the downside. But it's very, very neutral right now as it's hovering around our pivot. All right, well, the number's out. Numbers out. Oh, okay, it's breaking a little. Whew. Not as much. Well, we are going down a little bit here. That's giving us a little bit of something. Again, you would be guessing to have a position on and when the number's released, right? Pretty much so, I would say. So that's why we don't like to trade numbers prior to them being released or having any kind of position. Kind of trade the overflow of any number that's released. Hopefully there is some. A little bit of a breakdown and then coming back up. The numbers work pre-market. Well, I would say that the numbers would work overnight if you're going to use them, and not the closer numbers, but let's say the further away numbers from the middle, from the pivot. So if we trade in a narrow range, and let's just, for example, we have one of the upper support or resistance areas, or lower support, upper resistance areas, I would use those overnight. But again, your stops have to be a lot larger because it's very thin trade overnight. Don't like to trade much overnight, only because it's, like I said, it just seems like the trade is very thin. But the levels, I have seen the levels work pretty well. Like I said, the extended levels work pretty well overnight until the next day, and then you get a new set. So I would say that's probably what you would. I mean, I would say that that's what I would be looking at as far as the numbers are concerned and how to use them. But like I said, the stops would have to probably be around 10 points, simply because uh, it's very thin. So you're not trying to scalp it for 2 or 3 points. You're basically leaving the level, and hopefully you're not watching it all night. We do like sleep around here, and that's another reason why I don't put on anything. But if you do put something on, it'd have to be a 10-point stop, and then see what happens when you wake up. Look at your. I mean, that's if you're in the United States. Obviously, if you're on the other side of the pond, it's a little different. You'll be awake for most of that slow trading at night. But yeah, that's what I would do with the levels if you're going to use them. Extend your stops to almost about 10 points, and then. But like I said, I like sleep, so makes it easier for next day to work. All right, well, we dipped down to the 01 area there. Bounce back up here a little bit. Coming back up here to our pivot. Wow. Oh, wow. Very neutral. We might consolidate here. I don't know. All right, we are hanging around our pivot. All right, we are just kind of hanging around our pivot here. Very important to show some patience. Again, we had a little opportunity there against our upper resistance area around, we had 10, it got up to 9 and change. So unfortunately, we had levels, if you didn't scale in at 9 or 9.5, well, 9, you probably didn't get them. And if you scaled in at 9.5, 10.5 or something like that, you obviously didn't get them either because the high there was 9.25, unfortunately. Basically, we've come down here and hovered around our pivot for a while. And so we have to be patient. Support right now, well, our next good support level would be down at the 94 area. Next good resistance, well, I mean, might go retest the at 9.25 spike, but it's obviously a lot more tenuous, very riskier trade. Not as strong as it was a little bit ago when we got up to the 10 area. All right, there, Don. You're getting very disciplined these days. That Texas heat must be getting to you. Again, if anybody has any questions, put them in the chat box area. I'd like to answer questions, especially when things are slowed down a little bit here. Again, it's very difficult to try to pick which way the market's going. So we have to be patient and wait for something to trigger, either a price action opportunity or a level. When it's just trading back and forth around their pivot, kind of hard to get too excited about anything. And you'd be guessing, really, if you were going to take one position or the other. Perhaps at least you know what the odds are. And this is a little different here. We don't know what the odds are over here. So the durable goods number and that everybody was expecting was 0.8, came out at minus 1.3. So again, the numbers there of expansion of the economy, not there, and that's why we're kind of back up here, because the numbers were kind of subdued. Initial claims, they were expecting 425, came out at 406. Well, that was a little bit better, but still up there. That's not so bad. Now we're just kind of slowly, maybe inching up, but again, who knows? All right, they're done. Just to let you know, in case you're worried about the weather in Chicago here, 80s, 70s yesterday, 80s the day before, 50s today, and they're even talking of like a wind chill for Friday, 40s. What? That's what we got here in Chicago. Just crazy weather and not a lot of rain. What's a wind chill? Yep, only a California person would keep asking that question. That's okay. It's all right. I think you should ask Snow White next time you go to Disney World. Maybe she'll have some idea. That's okay, Don. Can't complain. It's so slow. Yeah, obviously. So there's nothing wrong with that. All right. Very, very slow. Rotating back up here now. Maybe can be a little bit careful there around the uh, 10 area because of those reasons we talked about earlier. So remember, on Monday is holiday in the United States. No markets will be closed. They'll open again if you're trading overnight. The Globex, late Monday night in the United States. So, again, probably very, very quiet here tomorrow, especially in the afternoon. And there's only Chicago PMI coming out tomorrow. So maybe that'll give us something. That'll happen in the morning and then pretty much nothing the rest of the day. So, but it's been that kind of week, actually, as the VIX, we talked about the VIX going down. Started at 18 handle, it's down to 17, probably even inching closer to 16, or maybe it's 16 right now. Oh my goodness, we're back down here to our pivot area. Right. Patience is important. Sometimes staying awake in front of your computer is even more important. Not that I'm sleeping or nothing. I'm just saying maybe some of you guys are. But they definitely, we talked about sucking out some of the volatility yesterday morning. They did it even earlier today. But it is what it is. What are you going to do? We can only trade what the market gives us or doesn't. And like I said, we usually average 4 to 5 trades a day. I would say that's a good average. Obviously, we're not close today or yesterday, but hey, it's an average. As we come back down here to our pivot area. Well, we bounced off of our pivot area there, in case you're maybe a little aggressive. I don't know. The VIX is down to a 16 handle, so we have accomplished that. And if this keeps going, maybe 15 will be in the works tomorrow. I hope not, but you never know. So we did go down to our pivot if you were somewhat aggressive. If you felt like jumping in, obviously that was a little area to jump in. Again, if you were bored. At least you had a reason. All righty. Just kind of hanging here. We had a quick dip down to our pivot area and then came back up. If you were, I don't know, a little aggressive. Again, it's inching its way up. Next good level of resistance we have is up at 19. I don't know if it's going to get there or not, but that's where we have our resistance. I would probably just kind of see what happens and be patient. All right, we're coming in retesting the 9 area. Again, maybe a little bit of a play depending on how aggressive you want to be. But if you're risk averse, you're looking more at the 19 area. Don said he's going to go outside and watch the grass grow. It'll be faster than watching this market trade. He has a point. Just saying. The man has a point. The man is right. Man is right. What can I say? The man has got a point there. And besides that, why does he want to hear me talk in circles? Another good reason. All right, well, we're coming back up here and testing the high here. Again, like I said, only if you're aggressive are you going to even attempt this little play here, but patience is important. All right, again, if you did maybe dip your toe there against the retest of that high there, again, it paid off slightly here. And like I said, maybe just take whatever the market's giving you a little bit instead of a lot. And it's not giving us much, but it's giving us a little bit of a trade there. Well, we're trying to extend here a little bit. Again, nothing to get too excited about. Next level of resistance we have is up at the 19 area. So thanks, Mark. Of course, it gets up to 10 this time and rotates off of it. Where were you last time? Again, like I said, only if you're very aggressive were you going to, dip your toe there. There are the levels again for you. Those of you who might have not gotten them, they're in the chat box area. The 10 level here worked earlier, the area, I should say, if you scaled in somewhat, and coming back up here and retesting it right now.
Hey, quick shout out to Tim S. Hey, Tim, are you back? Let me know in chat, Tim S. ME, let me know if you're back, ME. Ely, let me know if you're back. Hey, Chad B. Biz S, let me know if you're back, Biz S. And if I missed anybody, just raise your hand and I'll send out the information of transitioning from guest to member. Hey, Biz. Hey, Biz, what are you thinking about transferring from a guest to a member? I know you said some good questions the other day. Tim S., let me know if you're back. I know that you'd been in the past and you were looking to transition over. So let me know if we can get that done. Rodney, let me know. Rodney. ME, let me know. Hey, Johnny Z, hope you're feeling better. Sounds like you are. Time seems to heal. Ely, let me know if you're back. Hey, Johnny, our prayers are for you to stay on the right track. Hey, Stephen, welcome. I think I was sending out the link the wrong way. Let me send it out the right way now. So I'm going to send this out to everybody. It's out to everybody now. Well, Johnny, hopefully you're getting the meds, buddy. So, Biz, what's your focus? Is it the S&Ps? Tim S., let me know if you're back. Tim S. Rodney, give me a high sign that you're in the loop and paying attention. ME, the same. Yeah, I had the pneumonia in the beginning myself, and it took a while to get over it. You know, Saul said I'm not allowed to give medical advice. Hey, Ian, all you got to do is go into Skype. Not Skype. Oh, my God. Into PayPal. Look up your recurring payment, your subscription based on your account in PayPal. And you're in control of it, so you can do it there. Rodney, I'll send yours out to you. Well, that's great there, Tim. Looking forward to it. Rodney C. Yeah, you're always in control, so you don't even have to ask. I think that's important for people to know that. I would put it on pause so that you don't lose the $100 rate. You've been part of our friends and family for a while, so you get special dispensation. And Tim, you have to use this link to get the discount, just so you know. This is the only link that works for that. Hey, Rodney, what are you referring to? You're referring to opening up a trading account and looking to trade as a serious hobby or a business? Is that it? So we can give you a contact to call that is registered in the business, and they can walk you through the requirements, from a regulatory point of view, margin requirements, commissions, risks associated with trading, which is a big deal. I think you have to come to grips with the risks associated with trading. And then it's a matter of practice trading. I call it practice trading until you start to bleed on your mouse because you practice traded so much. And I guess practice based on a methodology that you can sink your teeth into. This is a price action trading methodology. Saul has the contact information for you. Not sure if he's in the background at the moment. But if you can post it, you can give him a ring up. Just use Saul's name. Hey, Rodney, when you pop back in, join the family, become a member. And then when you come back in, just ask the question again. Hey, Emmy, you back? Emmy? Ely, let me know if you're back, Ely. Hey, Bimal. Hey, Bimal K, did you need me to read off the levels for you for today? Just let me know in chat. Welcome aboard. Hey, quick shout and welcome to John K. Hey, John, welcome. Hey, John, give me a quick sound check. Let me know if that you see our charts and hear our voice. Hey, Bamel, let me know if you need this morning's levels. Just let me know back in chat. Anybody has any additional questions about Sol Services here in the Zoom trade along, let us know back in chat. Hey, John. We start here at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. We get rolling around 9:30, right around the cash open. Sol gives out his levels to everybody. We go through the morning session together. We've gotten a little quiet now. Had a good morning. Let us know what you're trading, how you found us. This is the E-mini Zoom trade along. Started out on the CME Group trading floor in Chicago. Right now it's hosted in Zoom because of the pandemic. I'm not sure what they're doing with the floor, but Sal's a 25-year veteran of the trading pits in Chicago. He is scalping the S&P 500 E-mini for his own trading account, and he is working with traders out there like yourself to help them get a leg up, get better information, and look to utilize better levels or zones during the morning session. You get an email to come back in on a daily basis. There is a special, which I'll send out to you. Got a frog in my throat. I'm going to send this out to everybody. So you should see it, John. Let me know if you see it. The friends and family offering based on his membership. Hey, Bamel, let me know if you need the levels. John, I can give you out today's levels that they were working with. Now, a lot's changed, obviously, so it is a fluid situation based on the trade. These levels are a guide, and then they're adjusted and tweaked based on the market action after the cash open at 9:30, and they're set around 9:30. The pivot was 4204. That's support at 94, 86, 79, 71, and 65. Resistance above at 10, 19, 28, 35, and 44. So I'll give you a little idea what we do here every day and what the opportunities for those that are focused on the S&P 500 E-mini. We look to do 2, 3, 4, 5 trades, bank our money, and be done for the day based on a price action trading strategy and the levels I just gave out and the adjustment and the tweaking those levels by Sal during the morning session. So let us know if any of that interests you and check out that offer that I sent out. That's a limited time friends and family offer. Usually it's $379 a month here. Right now it's on for $100. And we're just sort of weeding out the people that, are just looking for hang time. Thanks.